They will hire you just to entertain co-workers, or they will hire you just to fill in a spot. And then when they fill in that spot, they put you in the most crappiest position that makes you want to quit. And then they make bets and wages against you, saying, oh, Jonathan, I think Jonathan's going to last one day and they're going to quit. I've been through that, where I was at a job and it just made me upset. But I started praying and I said, God, keep peace in my heart to go through this job, to where they were talking amongst each other. And they said, hey, I don't think Jill's going to make it. I give her half the day and she's going to take off her gloves and she's going to quit. Or I give her one day. Or some of them say, I give her 2 days. After 2 days, and they were betting, which you shouldn't be gambling on a job, but they do it anyway. I had a job where they played dominoes and they actually gambled money on the job, but they did it in Cash App so they wouldn't get caught. And then I experienced jobs to where the supervisor was sleeping around with the coworkers just for them to get an extra position. Or they always use somebody as a fallout guy. They find the weakest person that do their job, don't say nothing, and go home, and they try to get them fired. They wait for you to make one mistake when you don't talk to them, when you don't engage in none of their activities and stuff. Like I had my last job, they did a year-round activity, and I wanted to feel like I was just there to collect a check and go home. Some of you can relate, but they said, hey, we're going to the theme park. Bring your whole entire family, which was cool. But I didn't want no coworkers to know my family. I wanted to keep that separate from my job life. Even though that was an activity thing, I still kept it separate because I didn't want that. I didn't even want that. I can go to the theme park with my family. Okay, I understand that companies do that we're family. We're all family. Right. You have family coworkers, and then you have family that's your family. But what my ideal on a family coworker is just somebody you go work for. You say hi, how you doing, and you keep smiling. If they need help in their job, like if they slacking, you can go help them if you got the extra time, or you help them to be better at their job if you got the extra time, or whatever mistake they did, you can help them out. That's my definition of a coworker family in some jobs, but it don't actually work like that in some cases because somebody is out to take you out. Like what I mean by is to tell on you. Somebody is, you soon as you say one word, it gets to another coworker that you talked about them, even though you didn't talk about them. Or it could be a story you could tell, or somebody could tell you about another coworker, and then it gets back to another coworker, and this is what they'll do. They'll add to the story, or they'll take away the details and put their details into the story to make your coworkers to rebel against each other. And then you got that one coworker that's always doing everything wrong, cussing, doing everything wrong, missing days, but they still keeping him around. You got that. I had a coworker like that where he was missing days. He was even upset at the job. I ain't doing this. Man, forget this. I'm going home. And he give only 20% of 100% job. So that makes it to where us as other coworkers has to work even harder because he don't want to do that work. And other coworkers will say, hey, Johnny, he didn't want to work. He's just lazy. He only gave us 20%. Now you got one coworker going back to the boss telling on Johnny, but Johnny is still around. And then you got Johnny just cussing out people, not wearing the protective gear that he supposed to, and don't care, smoking weed on his break in the truck. You got nothing, man. If you smoke weed, that's on you. I ain't got nothing against you, what you do, smoke cigarettes, weed, but you got to be careful because it can affect your job and it can hurt the safety comes first. And so he did all of that and they still let him keep his job. It was some days where I'm like, man, this bro, man, he still got his job. I'm thinking that to myself, and I'm like, man, I'm ready to find something else because this is let me know how this job is and how it's going to turn out to be. And so I start building myself up to find something else. And when I leave a job, I go find a better job and a better job. And this is the most frustrating thing at a 9 to 5, when you train somebody and you train them the best of your ability and they don't care. They said, "Hi, I'm just here to collect a check," or I'm here because I'm waiting on another job to call me." I had that to where I trained the guy, bust my tail off, trained him really good, and he said, "Man, this is gonna be my last day, bro. My other job called me. I'm going there. It's better." I'm like, man, I did all this for nothing, all this extra training for nothing, which you folks to at a job, but still. These are the things that I'm sharing with you at a 9 to 5. And then they hire you just so you can be entertaining to other coworkers. Like supervisors say, "I'm going to hire this person that ain't going to last long." They look down the application. They said, "I'm going to hire this person. They ain't going to be here for long." And they do that. The job system is a scam. It's all rigged, guys. What they do is also, I want to throw in this as a tip. They will hire you. They will hire the worst person on the application to fill that position and know that that person will quit so they can start all over on the pay bracket. So, for example, if you work there for 2 years and you making $2 more and you quit, and they just going to get somebody that's not going to last as long as you, that's going to last maybe about a couple weeks or something, and then that pay rate start all over. They're saving money actually by firing you. They're saving money actually by hiring you as as entertainment. They're saving money by hiring you as your poor work history. They saving money like that because I know I'm a business guy. I don't do it, but I see that it can happen. I see ahead of my business and I'm like, man, I'm going to make sure my guys are treated good with fairness, getting the pay that they deserve, and keep on pushing, keep on building. And I see companies that do that, guys. And that's what make a person don't want to work for a company, is because they always got somebody that's attacking them, bullying them. I had my last job when I first started, I had this one guy, he was a bully. I don't know if he didn't like me, and I'm not racist. I don't know if he didn't like me for the color of my skin, but every time I be nice to him, I sit there and smile. I be nice. I continue to do my work. I say, "Hey, how you doing?" And he's like, "Don't worry about how I'm doing." He was just a bully. He just wasn't unhappy. He was just unhappy, and he was just always picking on me and say, "Hey, you need to do better than that," or "Hey, man, pick that up," or "Hey, clean that," or "Hey, you forgot to do this." He was always getting me at my mistakes. And you have coworkers like that that will turn your mistakes against you. Every mistake you got, and not, do you have that one coworker, and I know you do, whatever mistake you do, they bring it to your attention? I had a coworker like that. Every mistake I did, they brought it to my attention. And I'm like, let me learn from my mistakes. Come on. Give me time to breathe. I'm still learning. I'm still new. And I had coworkers like that. And so the 9 to 5 is not for everybody. But if you got a good 9 to 5 that you're making 6 figures and you making 200,000 and 300,000, some people ain't even happy in that kind of level either. But if you got a job that's making that, I advise you to use your 9 to 5 as your side hustle. If you're not making that, what if I'm only making paycheck to paycheck? Use it as a side hustle. Invest in yourself first. And I hope this video helped you guys. And I love you guys. And please join my free community link in the bio so I can teach you tricks and tips on how you could be successful, financially able. God bless.